निर्वैर सर्वभूतेषु यः स माम् एति पाण्डवः। ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे विश्वरूपदर्शनयोगो नाम एकदशोऽध्यायः। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chanting. Everyone should learn from you.
Hi,
Very, very
Yes.
nice. Hari bol.
Thank you so much for beautiful recitation. I missed everything. I joined at the end. Thank you so much.
Hari bol. It was so good. Perfection to the core. Thank you so much for coming on the call and chanting. Hari bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the beautiful Bhagavad Gita recitation. Hare Krishna. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुएव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। अनंत कोटि वैष्णवृंद की जय। नामचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर जी की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I welcome you all to Bhakti Sangha Japa Conference Call. Today's mid-morning session. Thank you all so much for joining. This is Shivani from Ashwin, Virginia. Let us move to the next part of the session. Today's class will be given by His Grace Prahladananda Prabhuji on Sri Caitanya Bhagavata Kanda from verses 4.425 towards 440. I would like to share the quote by Srila Prabhupada ji. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life, we see that in public, he never discussed about Krishna's Leela with gopis. That was very confidential discussion amongst his own circle. So we should remember this, and that public may misunderstand this. Therefore, we have to present these things very cautiously and not very openly. They may misunderstand. Boston, December 24th, 1969. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Prahladananda Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata Kanda, verses 4.425 to verse 440. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Prahladananda Prabhuji, thank you for giving us your valuable time and association. Very happy to have you on the call and waiting eagerly to hear from you. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Please take over the call, Prabhu, whenever you're ready. Hare Krishna.
Am I audible properly, Mata?
Yeah, a little bit louder, please. Just a little bit.
All right. Thank you, Mata.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for allowing me to share this very nice or fortunate incidents of talking Krishna Katha. In our life, we have Krishna Katha versus Gramya Katha. The more we spend in Krishna Katha, the more we prepare our Parsad Sarira. So I'm so grateful that I'm allowed to speak. We all vacho vegam manasu krodha vegam. So if we use our vacha in Lord Krishna's service, that's a great fortune for all of us. Thank you very much again. And I'll start with Mangalacharan. I would like to do some Harinam Sankirtan also. And then we will go into the, the text of Chaitanya Bhagavat. And from there we can start like that. Okay, so I'll start with Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namoham Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Radha Govinda Das Swaminiti Namaste Prabhupadya Devam Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesh Shunnyavadi Gramya Jannistarine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Gopal Krishna Swaminiti Namine रूपादस्य साहित्य यः प्रकाश्य वितिर्य च प्रचार कृतवान् साधु भगवत्पादाय ते नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य दिशतारिणी ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतां पदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सघन रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सागन ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय 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 राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी पिजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन व्रज रंजन यमुन तीरा वनचारी हरि हरि बोल बोल हरि बोल मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल गोविंद गोविंद भजरे गोपाल गोपाल भजरे Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सत श्री श्रीमद्वि चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जाय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जाय, नामाचार्य श्रीहरिदास ठाकुर की जाय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तों की जाय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जाय। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जाए, श्री नवदीप धाम की जाए, गंगा माई की जाए, जमुना माई की जाए, तुलसी देवी की जाए, भक्ति देवी की जाए, संवेता भक्त वृंद की जाए। All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. So thank you very much, all of you again. And I fell down at your feet to please bless me so that I can do some justice to my Vani, which can become pavitra by singing the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we are in context with Madhvendra Puri. So again, before that, I'll just sing this Mangalacharan by Vrindavandas Thakur also, which is for Chaitanya Bhagavat. Ajanulambitau bhujau Kankavadato Sankirtane Kapitaro Kamalaitaksham Viswambaro Dvijvaro Yugdharmapalo Vande Jagat Priyakaro Karunayavataro Namah Trikal Satyaya Jagannatha Sutaya Cha Sabhrutyaya Saputraya Sakalatraya Te Namah Avtirnyo Sakarunyo Parichinno Sadisvaro Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando Dau Bhrataro Bhaje Sa Jayati Visuddha Vikrama Kanakabha Kamalayate Kshana Varjanu Vilambi Sadbhujo Bahuda Bhakti Rasabi Nartaka Jayati Jayati Deva Krishna Chaitanya Chandro Jayati Jayati Kirti Tasya Nitya Pavitra Jayati Jayati Bhrutya Tasya Visve Murte Jayati Jayati Nrutyam Tasya Sarva Priyanam आद्य श्री चैतन्य प्रिय गोष्ठी चरण अशिष प्रकार मूर्धंड पर जय श्री वृंदावन ठाकुर की जाए. So we are in the Antha Khanda of Chaitanya Bhagavat, we are the chapter 4, and I'm supposed to go from text number 425. Yesterday, Ram Giridhari Prabhu gave an excellent discourse on the previous slokas, previous to this section. And he gave very profound kind of realization how the progression has come from Nirakarvad and atheism and whatnot, Karma Kand and all this. He gave like that. I was reading this another book by Sripad Bhakti Charu Swami. He has written very beautiful book. If you have not read, please read it. It's called Ocean of Mercy. He has written the last pastime of Sri Prabhupada before he went to the Dham. Very beautiful. In this book, he has mentioned about this progression which we were talking yesterday. How people were so much in all other kind of apadharmas. In the name of karma kand and all that, what was going on was Amis Madhya Seva. In the name of karma kand, people were cutting throats of animals and eating meat. Bhagavatam says, Loke vyamaya amis madhya seva nitya hi jantur tatra nichod. The spirit soul comes here for enjoying this sex, eating meat, and intoxication. These are basic drives with which it comes. And in the name of religion, all these things. That's why Narad Muni chastised Vyasdev. In the name of religion, you are introduced all these things instead of exclusively glorifying Lord Sri Krishna. So all this thing has led to that. first off, there was all adharma in the name of religion. Then Sripad Sankaracharya came. In the order of Lord Sri Krishna, Lord Shankar came as Sankaracharya. He also taught this Nirakarvad to lift this extremely abominable condition to little bit higher first. So that's where he started. But in the end, he said, "Oh fools, forget about all this Dukrum Karna you are reading." He gave Bhaja Govinda. Also fortunate that age of about 12, 13, my father gave me that Bhaja Govinda booklet, small booklet by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. Since then, I've been reading Bhaj Govindam like Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Moodh Mate, fools and rascals. Avajananti ma mudha manusim tanumasritam, parambhavam ajanantam mama bhoot maheswaram. They are fools and rascals. They don't know Lord Krishna. They know all other things. This is what he says. So, न संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते मरणे नहीं नहीं रक्षति डुक्रुं कर्म. Up to now, I didn't know what was Dukrung. Now I started joining the grammar course by His Grace Kanai Krishnadas Prabhuji. He's teaching Sanskrit grammar in order for us to read the commentaries by Acharyas in Sanskrit. So that's where I came to know what is Dukrung like that. So all this is grammar rules and everything. They are not going to help you at the end. Right? So what is going to help you is dedication to Lord Krishna. So Bhaj Govindam. Bhaj Sevayam Dhatu. Bhaj Dhatu is Sevayam. Do service to Lord Sri Krishna. And Lord Krishna very clearly says that if you do this much, I'll be extremely pleased with you. Nobody is more dear to me in past, present, future. That he says in the Bhagavad Gita in 18th chapter. Nachatasman manusyasi kashin me priyakritama. So nobody can be more dear than one who preaches the glories of Lord Sri Krishna. And our role model is Srila Prabhupada Maharaj. He gave a very famous lecture in Los Angeles. Distribute my books, distribute my books, distribute my books. Read that article if you can, hear the lecture. Also motivated, started distributing book back in 1999 when I came to Las Vegas. Till today, we are distributing books of Srila Prabhupada, small books. Easy journey to other later, perfection of yoga, perfect question, perfect answer. And Radha Govind Swami, Sripad Radha Govind Swami told me to do that. I met him long back. He said, if there is no ISKCON temple in Las Vegas, you go to Sanatana Dharma and distribute these books to the people who come there. I have given books to so many people who come from all over parts of the United States to visit Las Vegas for one reason or another. And they come to the temple. The priests there, I give them the books, so they distribute like that. So this is a great mission of Srila Prabhupada. What is that? Distribute his books. Anyone who comes in touch with this, Prabhupada Maharaj mercy is transmitted there. And what is our role? Nimitta matra saubhavya savyasachim. If you can become instrumental without taking any credit, it's not my credit. I am nothing. What was I before? Before I came to Prabhupada, what was I? I was a madman. Always tell. I went to med school, became doctor, but I became a madman. Why madman? Because of ignorance. My goal of life was to satisfy my senses, make more money, live comfortably, drive posh cars, live very posh. All these were asat, all impermanent. In this material world, we are looking for pleasure. We want to maximize pleasure and minimize miseries. All the Sat persons, all of them telling you how to minimize miseries. Only Vedanta, Vyasadeva has given us this Uttar Mimamsa. That's where we can understand the real goal is to obtain permanent happiness. Satchidananda Parsada Sarira. by developing love for Lord Krishna. That also is not our goal. Our goal is to serve. Serve who? Sri Prabhupada. Das dasanu dasosmi. That's it. So if we can do little in service in that, when our life will be successful. Ketavan loke asmi punsa dharma param smuta. That is our param dharma. Bhakti yogo bhagavati tannam guruna adibhi. Chant Hare Krishna, sing Hare Krishna, enjoy the tunes, whichever tunes you like. Enjoy the tunes and make others more fortunate. This is the message. Now, this section of Caitanya Bhagavat from slok text number 425. If mother can project this for others to see, that's all right. Otherwise, I have the book. I can read from there. Is it okay? So
Yes,
text.
Prabhuji, give me a minute. I'll switch on to the laptop. In the meantime, you can start.
Okay, all right. So the text 424 was Ramgirdhari Prabhu covered up to that. Says, Yat adhyapaka sarva tarka vakhane tara sab krishnena vigrah nahi mane. All the teachers simply taught dry arguments, susk philosophy. Who said that? Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. I was doing all susk. Now I've got a rasa. So they did not accept that Krishna has a form. This is very difficult for everybody to accept Lord Krishna as a form. I met some guy some years. Your Bhagavan Krishna has also had to leave body and he had to die. This is what they say. And don't waste time for those who don't believe in this. Right? Ninth aparad. don't waste your time. Prabhupada says like that. Right? So we have to go to those who are innocent, who want to know Jignasu. Give them a little bit of Krishna's touch and they will start their journey like that. So the best of the Sanskrit leaders were the crest jewels among dry speculations. They became averse to Krishna's service by considering that his form was ordinary. Just like I said, 9.11 Bhagavad Gita, avajananti ma mudha manusim tanumasrita. And when I come in this one, Arjun says that this is your original form, 11th chapter. Bhaktya tu evam sakya, aham evido Arjuna. By bhakti only you can know me in the two-handed form. So this is what the people do not know. They tried to establish through argument that devotional service to the Lord was useless. So the progression from completely lower stage of animal eating and complete sense gratification, Sankaracharya Maharaj gave some starting of, then our Vaishnavacharyas came, Madhvacharya came, Nimbar Swami came. And the ground level before that was Buddhism, Veda Namayana. So they did not accept Veda also in the Buddhism. And then Sri Vishnupad, Sri Vishnu Swami, Sri Nimbarkacharya, Sri Ramanujacharya, and Sri Madhvacharya, they came. What did they do? They put the Vigraha, Sri Radha Krishna Archa Vigraha. And after that, in the line of Madhvacharya, Iswarpuri, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came and gave, Bhagavan Krishna himself came, Anarchit Charim Chirat, Karuna Avatarana Kala. He says, I have not given mercy to the people. Now let me go and give them the Swabhakti Sriyam, Unnat Ujjvala Rasa. And he came and taught us the Madhurya Ras. The Madhurya Ras was not discovered up to then. Who started the first Ankura? First Ankur started from Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya is the one who started this rasa of Madhva. At the end of his life, he spoke this very beautiful slok. Everybody should recite that every day. I do that every day. He says, Ai Dinadayadra Nath, He Mathura Nath, Kada Avalokshase, Hridayam Vad Alok Kataram, Daita Brahmyati Kim Karumbyaham. What do I do? Oh, this is who? Radharani. Prahladananda extreme vira from Lord Sri Krishna when he went to Mathura. And the same thing, Madhvacharya spoke this slok at the end of his life. And this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give us. That Madhurya Rasa, Vira. Vira Katara Ajuha. Putreti Tanmaitana. There also is Vira, but this is the real Vira is this. So our Sampradaya, Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya Sampradaya, that's what we call it, Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya is another Sampradaya, but he made this with Gaudiya Sampradaya. So that's how he is the link. And he is the first Ankur of giving us this Viraha Bhav, Madhurya Ras, as against Aishwarya Bhav. Aishwarya Bhav is magnificence of Lord Sri Vishnu. That is also acceptable. But ours is Lord Krishna wants this. Lord Krishna doesn't want us to. Who can bind Lord Sri Krishna? There is no episode where any devotee has bound Lord Sri Vishnu, 400 Vishnu. No. That's why Mother Yasoda could do that. That beautiful slok, Bhagavatam, which says, Swamatuhu. Swamatu means his own mother. Swinna Gatraya. Her gatra, her body is perspiring. Swamatuhu Swinna Gatraya Visastra Kavarasraja. Kavarasvaja, the vani in her mouth, on her head. Visasra, bikhar gaye. All the flowers, everything falling down because of trying to bite logical. Visasra Kavarasva, Drastva Parisram Mat. When Lord Krishna baby saw that, oh, my mother is perspiring so much. Krupaya Drashtum. And then he became Krupaya Sit Swabandhana. He agreed. Nemam Virincho na Bhavana Sripanga Sansraya. Nemam Virincho. This much mercy Lord Krishna gave to Mother Yasoda. Not given to Virinchi. Na Bhavo. Not to Sankar Bhagavan. Not to Sri Lakshmi Ji. Even though she is Anga Sansraya. She stays on his chest and always massaging his feet. Still that mercy he did not give. Prasadam lebhire gopi yattat prasam muktidar. That's Sripad Raghunath Goswami says, one is extremely pleased with Mother Yasoda. There is no greater fortune. We are in Madhurya, so of course Radharani is our Viraha, but Mother Yasoda is equally fortunate. She has given this beautiful bhava of mother. Only mother's love can bind Lord Sri Krishna. So this was very nice like that. Okay. So now the text number 425. It says, Dekhite sunite dukhi Sri Madhava Puri mane mane chinte vane vasagiya kari. On hearing such things, Sri Madhavendra Puri became very unhappy. He considered going to reside in the forest. Now, where is Madhavendra Puri in this context? Where is he? Which place? Anyone knows? He is at which place? He is at the place of Advaitacharya, right? From Kulia, then he came to like that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also came like that. So Madhavendra Puri is there, and he met Advaitacharya like that. Lokamadhye brahmikene Vaishnava dekhite kotho Vaishnava nama nasuni jagate. Why am I looking for Vaishnava among ordinary people? In this world, I have not even heard the word Vaishnava. Very
what is Chrysler car and all? Our car, we gave it as a rent.
Somebody need to mute. Okay. Then text 427. Ataev e sakala lokamadhya haite vane yai yatha lokna paya dekhite. Therefore, I should leave these people and go to the forest so that I do not have to see them. Who is saying this? Madhvacharya. He says, don't associate with these people. who have no love for Lord Sri Krishna, who are not Vaishnavas. In our life also, asatsanga tyaga ai Vaishnavachar. Cut off all your company which are gramya. Those friends of yours, those relatives of yours, they are of no use to you and me. You associate only for one reason, and that is to give them Krishna consciousness. Don't take infection from them. Be very careful as we progress in life. This is what we need to do. This is what he's feeling like that. That I don't want to see these people. All right? एते के सेवन भाल ए सब हईते वने कथा नहे अवैष्णवेर सहिते. The forest is better place to live because I do not have to speak with the non-devotees there. There's one great devotee, he told his father, go to Vrindavan. Who is that? Who knows? Prahlad Maharaj said, Tat sadhu manya suruvarya dehinam sada sam udvikna dhyam asadgraha. Hitvatma patam gruhamandakudam vanam gato yad harim masre. Go to Vrindavan, stay there. At least have this desire that when I have to leave this body, oh Lord, please help me to do this in your dham. The rest of the time, I'll go and preach anywhere I have to go. Narayana parvas kutasya na bibhyate. Whether I get liberated, whether I go to hell or go to heaven, I don't care. Tulya darsina. Right? So this is what is our learning from the Shastra, from Sadhu Sangh. So he says here, the forest is a better place to live because I do not have to speak with those non-devotees. When there is no public discussion of topics regarding Supreme Lord, if I speak with anyone, I hear only about the illusory energy of the Lord. What will they talk? They will talk politics. They will talk economics. They will talk all Gramya Katha, which binds you to the next physical body. That's why cut down as much as possible. I'm trying to do that. So it is better for me to live in the forest where there are no ordinary people and no non-devotees. These considerations primarily arose in the mind of Sri Madhvacharya. Then, e mata mana dukha bhavite chintite isvara ichhaya dekha advaita sahite. While he was unhappily contemplating in this way, by the will of the Supreme Lord, he met Advaita. Yesterday also we were discussing everything is happening under the desire of Lord Sri Krishna, especially for those who have taken his shelter, those who have taken the shelter of his pure devotees. Lord Krishna became very active in your life, my life. He arranges so many things, so your ultimate kalyan happens, not physical like that. Now, what about your sanchit karma and all that? Karmani nirdha kintu bhakti bhaja. Nobody can alter your karma, but he can. But for who? Who are bhakti bhaja. So take shelter of Lord Krishna. Always pray. I don't care for material life, but please keep me engaged in service of your priority. Prahlad Maharaj also told Narsi Bhagwan, before I worship you, I cannot forget my Guru Maharaj, Narad Muni. Tava bhrutyasya seva. I will do first his seva. So we are all highly indebted to our Gurujis and ultimately Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada has delivered so many people, but just by coming in contact with his literature, not even in person. So this is the magic. Kirat hunandr pulind pulke sa abhir sambhayavana kasa. Ye anya che papa. Sudhyanti tad parva Vishnave nama. That is the power of Suddha Bhakta. He can deliver all these low-born people. First time in 1978, 79 there. I was in Africa. I went to the Nairobi temple. I was new. I didn't know much about Krishna. I just as we go to the temple. I saw one Maasai, black Maasai, wearing white dhoti, doing puja. I said, Maasai is doing this. And then, after everything, I met Prabhuji, Haribol, this thing. I said, how come you? Says he was a very brilliant guy, so the government gave him, scholarship to go to New York to study further. And the Maasais, what Maasais, they drink live blood from the jugular vein of cows. 4 or 5 Maasais will hold one cow, and they have got a small bone, very thin bone. They will sharpen it, and then put that into the vein of that cow and drink the blood. Even today, they might be doing that, What, and I have treated so many Maasais also. So I know those. So this kind of person doing Hari, my Magaj was kind of, then he said all this, I like that. And then later on, I came in touch with Sri Prabhupada's books like that. And for how many? About 3.5 years. Every Sunday, I would go to the temple guide, get one book and read it before the next week. That's how I read the Bhagavatam like that. Full all those 30 volumes like that. And kept on reading like that. So this is how Bhagavan Krishna arranges your life. He comes in life and he's helping us. And by your prarabdha, he can also alter it. All right, like that. So that's how Madhavendra Puri came and met Advaita Acharya. Vishnu Bhakti Sunya Dekhi Sakala Sansara Advaita Acharya Dukha Bhavena Apara. Advaita Acharya was greatly unhappy to see the entire world devoid of devotional service to Lord Sri Vishnu. This was like the Suddha Vaishnava. Bhagavan Krishna already sent all these people. He sent Advaita Acharya, Jagannath Misra, Sachi Mata. All these, they were sent before him. Then he came. And then he made this whole Sankirtana worldwide, the whole ocean of Krishna Bhakti. Tathapi Advaita Siha Krishnera Krupaya Dradakari Vishnu Bhakti Vakhane Sadaya. Still, by the mercy of Krishna, the lion-like Advaita always preached the devotional service of Vishnu with firm determination. Dradhavrata. Yesham tvantagatam papam jananam punya karmana. Te dvandvoh virutta bhajante mam dradhavrata. So we should always look at ourselves and say, am I dradhavrata or not? Am I determined to wake at 3 a.m.? Am I determined to chant 16 rounds, whatever the external conditions? But when this doesn't happen, your papas are acting. When you come Dhrad Brahta, then all the papas are burned. How will the papas will burn? Sukdev Goswami says, Nam Sankirtan Yasya Sarva Papa Pranasanam. Sarva Papa Pranasanam, but Nam Sankirtan. So at least in our family, we should always at least 2 times or at least 1 time, all family people gather together in front of deities and chant Hare Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna with love, like that. And that's going to make us Dradhavata. While Sri Madhavendra Puri was feeling distress because of absence of association with Krishna devotees, Sri Advait Prabhu, by mercy of the Supreme Lord, began to forcefully preach the devotional service of Lord Vishnu. Nirantar Parayana Gita Bhagavata Bhakti Vakhanena Matra Gantherya Mata. He constantly taught Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. He taught the devotional service was the purport of these 2 literatures. Sarvo Upanishado Gavo Dugdha Gopal Nandana Partho Vatsas Tudir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamrutam Mahat. Dugdham Gitamrutam. Gitamrut is Amrut. There are 2 Amruts which came from Lord Krishna's. One from mouth, one from the feet. Mother Ganges. Nimna Ganam Yatha Ganga. Similarly, this is Gita Gangodagam Pitva Punarjanmana Vidya. So this is how we should make these two books the ultimate goal of your life. Master them. As many slokas as you know, as many times you can read, as many times you can remember. Do this. Janma labha param punsa Antya Narayana. This will bring you Antya Narayana Smriti. And Bhagavatam says, if you do all these things every day, Tivrana Bhakti Yogena. If you do this, despite all your desires, material desires, who doesn't have material desire? Akam sarva kama va moksha kamudardi. Tivrana Bhakti Yoga. Tivrana intensely. Tivrana Bhakti Yogena jate person. So, if we do that, Tivrana Bhakti, then Bhagavatam gives what? If you do this for all these days, नोत्तम श्लोक वार्तायाम जुस्ताम तत्कथामृतम स्यात् संभ्रमो अंतकाले स्मरताम तत्पदाम्बुजम. He will have no problem in remembering your lotus feet at the time of leaving this body. He will have no sambhram, no confusion. Where on the internet there is one website where you can put down your antim ichha, your life. You can put it in your trust or in your life. Tell your children, don't cry when I'm leaving the body. Chant loudly Hare Krishna with Manjira. And train them to do that from the start. This is what I did for my mom. My mother was behos when I reached there, Baroda, 8 a.m., some few years back. She was kind of unconscious. Then I went to her and spoke in her ears. Mom, I have come. I'm here now. Other times she opened her eyes. She opened her eyes and said like that. Otherwise, she was kind of semi-conscious. Pulse, blood pressure, everything was okay. I checked that. But, she was now going. Right? So this happened at 8 a.m. Right? By the time I was ready after shower and this, that, at 12, I checked her pulse again. It was 3D pulse. And now I can understand now, that the heart is becoming weaker as he's ready to leave. He called everyone, read Bhagavad Gita. We started reading Bhagavad Gita sloka. And then by another 30 minutes, the pulse become very feeble. I started Harinam Sankirtan loudly. And that was time she passed away. So this is what should be our goal of life. I remember as my young age, she always used to read Bhagavad Gita every morning. And when I sometimes ask her, what have you read? I don't know much. She doesn't know what is what, but she is reading Gujarati Bhagavad Gita. She doesn't understand what is Kshetragna, Kshetra, Gyanam, name, all this doesn't know. But she's reading every day faithfully. She would look very early, and before we are all awake, she is ready and reading her Bhagavad Gita. One time before this, I reached my home from Las Vegas here, and she was on the Ichka outside and reading Bhagavad part. And it's inside the house, and there's lock outside. And so I told Mom, open, I have come. He says, wait a minute. She finished that part and then opened. I had gone perhaps after so many years later. So I'm saying that she was Dradvrata in what she was doing. That's the reason Lord Krishna allowed her to have this Harinam Sankirtan. And George Harrison asked Srila Prabhupada that when his mother was passing away, he chanted. So that's how it is. So train your children, train your relatives, and try yourself. These are all the ways of obtaining love for Lord Shri Krishna. Very good. Okay. So Mayavadis averse to the Lord's service do not discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, and they cannot understand the purport of Bhagavad Gita. Purport of Bhagavad Gita, essence of Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada Maharaj writes, is 11.55 at the end of Virat Roop, Visvadarsan. Mat karma kurun mat parmo, mat bhakta sang varjita, nirvere sarva bhuta, ma panda. So this is what it is. Whether your heart is clean or not, check. Whether you are envious of someone, When that enviness will go away, we are in the Suddha Sattva. Because this world is full of Ichha Dvesa Muttena Dvandva Mohina Bhara. We are all here because of enviousness. Original Bhagavan Krishna. Why he and not me? All are God. I am also God. You are also God. All this bakwas. So he says, therefore, Sri Advait Prabhu gave the karmis, yogis, and mayavadis an opportunity to hear explanation of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam based on the devotional service. Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam never recommend any path other than devotional service. It's the second slok, Mangalacharan. What is that? Nirmasaranam satam, Vedyam vasam vatra vasudevam tapatra namulanam. Dharmo, what's that?
Dharma projita kaitava.
Aprojita kaitava. So, there, all the cheating religions are kicked out of Srimad Bhagavatam, including moksha. The devotees don't want moksha. Who says that? Raja Kulsekar. Mukund Murdana Pranipatyayacha. I am always asking you this one Vardhan. One blazing. Mukund Murdana. Mukund, my forehead touching on the floor. Mukunda Murdana Pranipatyayacha. Bhavantam Mekantam Iyantam Artham. Only this earth I want. Yours, favor only. What is that? Avismruti Tacharnar Vinde Bhave Bhave Me Astu Bhavat Prasad. Let it happen every birth. I don't care. I don't care rotating here. Narayana Parasarva Kutasya Navidya. So this is the love for Lord Shri Krishna. Because people averse to the mellows of devotional service do not understand this. They consider Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam as literature averse to the principle of devotional service. They interpret in their own way. All this is, we should not hear. Mayavadi bhasya sunila hai sarvanas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Mayavadi Krishna Pradhi. Therefore, don't listen to it. Don't associate with it. Out of curiosity, no. You're out curious, oh, let me see what he says. No. Don't switch from our parampara. So this is how we have to understand this. Actually, the only aim of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam is to make all living entities inclined to Krishna. Krishna Bhakti Kaila Sarva Kurta Karma. So if you and me do Krishna Bhakti, and what about my Naimittik Dharma? What about my Gruhastha Dharma? Naradiji said 1.5, 18, I think. Tyaktva sadharmam charanam mujam hare bhajanna pakota patet tato yadi yatra kva abhadra abhud mushya kim ko artapto bhajatam sadharma. Those who are very perfect in their naimittik dharma, perfect gruhastha, materially. But Bhagavan Krishna, this thing, nothing. But there is someone who is not very careful in his gruhastha dharma, this, that. But he has taken all the way Lord Krishna's bhakti. That's why he will lose nothing. Where even his bhajan is apakva, he falls down. No loss. Neha bikrona susti pratyavara. And what about our debts to all these people? You are indebted to devatas, rusis, bhutaptanunam. Bhagavatam says, devarsi bhutaptanunam Nurana Pitrunam, na Kinchkanuraya, Nunicharajan, Sarvatmanaya Saranam Gato Mukundam Parivritya Kartam. He is not perfect in his duties, this, that, no problem. He has taken shelter of Lord Krishna. This is what happened to Arjuna. He was neglecting his Kshatriya Dharma. Bhagavan Krishna said, no, you do your Kshatriya Dharma, but put me. Ma manusmar yudhyacha. Satatam kirtayanto mam. Yatantasya dhradvrata, like that. So we have to implement these in our life as much as possible. Bhagavan Krishna is there to help. Sadhu Sangh is here to help. Prabhupada Maharaj is there. And He nai samay Madhvendra Mahasai Advaitya Gruhe Asi Haila Udaya. At that time, Madhvendra Mahasai arrived at the house of Advait. Madhvendra Puri arrived at the house of Advait Prabhu in Santipur, where Advait was exhibiting enthusiasm for preaching. There's one lecture or somewhere I read, Srila Prabhupada in his Grihastha time used to go to that Santipur, and there is a temple where he used to chant. And he used to chant for the whole day. From morning to evening, he was chanting without food, like that. Who is saying this? The Pujari. That Pujari was a small boy that time, when Prabhupada used to go as a guru at the time. That this man comes every few months or so, like that, and he's chanting like that. So when this guy grew up and become Pujari there in that temple, one day Prabhupada Maharaj, Western disciples went there and they had Harinam Sankirtan. So this guy is asking, how come you guys are doing this? Who is your guru? Then they showed Prabhupada photo. This guy I know from my childhood. So this is Prabhupada Maharaj. Dekhiya Advaitatan Vaishnava Lakshana Pranamahiya Padilena Saikshana. As soon as Advait saw the signs of Vaishnava, in Madhvendra Puri, Advait offered him obeisances. So whenever we see Vaishnava sannyasis, even any outside anywhere, we must offer him obeisances. It doesn't matter. At least, if you cannot do Dandvat, if you cannot do Panchang, then also do just Namaskar. Offer him Vaishnava Vyanamanam. Like that. Madhvendra Puri, O Advaita Kari Kole, Sinchi Lena Angatana Premananda Jale. And Madhvendra Puri embraced Advaita and soaked his body with tears of ecstatic love. Anyonya Krishna Katha Rase Dui Jan, Apanar Deh Korona Smaran. They both became so absorbed in discussing topics of Krishna consciousness between themselves that they forgot about their bodies. So this is how we should forget ourselves doing Krishna Katha. Do regular satsang, even with whoever you can do. Sripad Radha Govind Swami had told me long back, 20 years back, that you go to Sanatan temple, no problem, but go and do satsang. So the temple people, they invited me, says, okay, you can do satsang here, teach Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, every Sunday we'll give you this lot. So we will be doing for all these years until COVID time. Now we are doing it in Zoom. That COVID has also become kind of blazing for doing, because we are now doing it in Zoom every day. Every day from 6 a.m. to 7, we are doing satsang here with people here. Some are from Canada, some from Australia, some from India. And we all meet and we like do at least Harinam something. So that's how we should try in our life. That's what I learned from this. Sri Madhvendra Puri and Sri Advait become so intoxicated by the mellows of discussing Krishna's topics that they forgot about their own bodies. The conditioned souls of this material world always absorbed in contrary topics. Gramya katha. बस इतना रस पड़ता है, फलाना ये है, फलानी वो है, इसका ये हुआ, इसका वो हुआ. Somebody called my wife the other day and says, you know that woman? Who is what? She left her family and went with another guy. And when I came to know, I called that woman, told her, please don't talk such kinds of, don't call us to talk these kind of things. Right? Now, this is happening everywhere. This is the nature of material world. Where nate vidu swart gatim he Vishnu. Now, Durasaya Bahir Earth Manila. We're all interested in Bahir Earth. And we don't know our real self-interest. What is our self-interest? We don't. Lokesmin. Etaman lokesmin punsah swartha param sruta. Bhagavatam says. What is that? Ekantik bhakti govinde jattat ikshanam sarvatra. To see Bhagavan Krishna everywhere. This is the real interest. And now you are seeing this woman, that woman, this, that, all bakaras. Keep out. Don't let it enter in your ear. What your ear holes are? For pravishta karna randren and bhavanam sarvaruham. Krishna Katha should go in these holes, not as a garbage Katha. Krishna, Pravishta Kanaranda, Bhavanam Saru, Dunoti Samalam Krishna, Salilasya Yatha Sara, Dhotatma Purusha Krishna, Pad, and he says, Mukta Sarva Pariklesas, Pantha Saswaranam Yatha, like that. So this is what we hear here. The conditioned souls of this material world are always absorbed in contrary topics. They are so intoxicated by bodily concept of life that they have no remembrance of Krishna. Krishna bhuliya jeev bhogvancha kare. That's why Maya jhapatiya dare. Madhav puri prema katya kathan. Megh darshan murcha hai ek kshan. The ecstatic love of Madhav Puri is beyond description. He would lose consciousness upon seeing a cloud. Shyam Sundar. The ecstatic love of Sri Madhavendra Puri is extraordinary. When ordinary people see a cloud, they think it may rain and the nice crops will grow and earth will cool. When you and me see the clouds in the sky, it was raining this morning in Las Vegas here. What is that? I am the one who rains, make the rains, and also I am the one who stop it. Varsami ham, like that, the Bhagavad Gita slok. So it should remind us. It should remind the color of Lord Navanirdabha. What is that? Vansi Vibhushita Karan Navanirdabha Pitambarad Arunabimba Faladharostar Purnendu Sundar Mukhar Krishnat Param Kirta Aham Na Jane. The Madhavendra Puri saw the complexion of Krishna within the cloud, and he became so absorbed in thoughts of Krishna that he became completely aloof from the propensity to enjoy the external world and lost consciousness. Krishna Naam Sunile Kare Hunkar Kshane Ke Sahasra Hai Krishna Ravikar. As soon as he heard the name of Krishna, he would roar loudly. In one moment, thousands of transformations of ecstasy love for Krishna would manifest in his body. Dekhiya tahar Vishnu Bhaktira Udaya, Bada Sukhi Haila Advaita Mahasaya. Advaita Mahasaya was most pleased to see the manifestation of devotional service to Vishnu in Madhavendra Puri. In the last slok, text 414. Taratai Upadesa Karila Grahana, He Namate Madhavendra Advaita Milana. Advaita then took instruction from him. This is how Madhavendra Puri and Advaita met. The word Thani means near or from. On seeing the full manifestation of devotional service in Sri Madhavendra Puri, Sri Advaita Prabhu took mantra and instructions on worship from him. The desire that Advaita nourished in his heart as a bird now had opportunity to blossom. Phalonmukh. Prafullita. These are the stages of consciousness Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given in Advaita, Jaiva Dharma book. Samkuchita, Vikasita, fully Vikasita, like that. Okay, Purna Viksita. Many people think that one should take mantra and instructions from a family guru and that there is no need to consider whether the guru has devotion to Krishna or not. Or that they will attain auspiciousness by artificially learning devotional service from those who deceive ordinary people to attain fame by manifesting 8 kinds of bodily transformations while clapping their hands. So a lot of people, just for this kind of pratishthala puja, they're always banauti, kind of. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reached Puri, he fainted seeing in Radharani's bow. He fainted. And those other things there, he also kind of banauti. Then Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya came, right? And Sarvabhaum was physiognomist. He knew this is a genuine like that. Some time ago, the practice of hearing the body, hitting the body by binding piece of garlic to the throat and shedding tears by rubbing eyes with hands smeared with chili powder were accepted as limbs of devotional service by deceitful people, who thereby always remained inert and artificially shed tears from their dry eyes. to deliver the unfortunate people whose hearts were captured by the unauthorized practice of taking instruction from such deceitful people. Persons who take shelter at the feet of Advaita genuinely cultivate and aspire for Sri Madhavendra Puri's transformations of ecstatic love, which are devoid of the desire for enjoying wealth, women, and fame. Pratishthala, puja, sukera vishtha. That pratishta is complete to the stool of a hog. Sri Gaudiya Matha does not encourage any form of duplicity. Therefore, the sincere servants of Gaudiya Matha are followers of Sri Madhavendra Puri and instruction for uprooting these cheating practices. So this was the conclusion for today's. I'm sorry I took a little bit more time, but so whatever my setbacks, fallbacks, please forgive me and please bless me so that I can serve feet of Srila Prabhupada Maharaj. Hari Bol.
Yeah, very, very wonderful class, Prabhuji. Very nicely you explained.
Hari Bol.
Thank you so much for your association, Prabhuji. Dear devotees, anybody has any questions, comments, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for such a beautiful class.
Hari
Very
Bol.
grateful to you, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol.
My daughter wanted to recite something, Prabhuji.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna, Prahladananda Babaji. You memorized Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's so great. Please
Hari
bless
Bol.
me to memorize verses, and I want to recite a verse. Dharma that you quoted in the class. Dharma projita kaita vota paramo nirmastaranam satam vedam vastamavatra vastu shivadam tabattayo mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kim va pare Ishvara Sadyo Hridya Varudyate Trakritibi Shushushubhi Takshanat.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Very nice. Very nice. You
Thank you,
should all.
Prabhuji, for the beautiful class. Thank you so much.
Hari Bol Mata. Okay, so if nobody has any question, comment.
Okay, sure,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna,
Yes,
Prabhuji. Hare
Revati
Krishna.
Priya. Okay, go ahead,
Marma
Mahatma
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Then the pranams to you. Thank you very much. Prabhu, we always talk about, getting the family together and, in front of the deities and doing something together, but it's not always possible. Not always possible. In my case, it's not possible at all because I'm the only one who is a Vaishnav in the family. I came from a Vaishnav family and married into a non-Vaishnav family. And children, they are vegetarian, they are good kids, but they will never sit down and chant. My daughter would
Chaitanya
chant.
Mahaprabhu is so merciful, right? And he's going
Yes,
to bless all of them who are non-Vaishnavas, even your family. He's going to bless.
yes,
He told those Khandvasis that not only I'll deliver all of you, even deliver who? The dogs of that village, right? So
yes,
they are very fortunate that you are Krishna Bhakta. So always keep this in your mind. Bhagavan
yes,
Krishna is Prahlad Maharaj. Uh, he told Bhagavan, Narsimha Bhagavan, "Oh, my father was so envious, please bless him." He said, "No, not only your father, all other generations are purified because you are pure devotee like that." So Bhagavan Krishna is not going to bless you only, all others who are connected to you by karma bandhan. They will also benefit. So don't worry, you continue doing that. And Bhagavan Krishna is there in their heart. He will also induce them like that. So that's how we should
yes.
take it.
That's so, yeah, that feels very
Mhm.
good, Prabhu.
Right.
Obviously, two family members have started chanting one round,
Mhm.
which they weren't doing at all. So you're right, there is hope.
Yeah, there is
But
always hope. Yeah.
yeah, it's never possible that, we'll all sit down and, read Bhagavatam or do any kirtans. That doesn't happen.
Right.
But yes, you're right. I'm waiting, and I'll wait patiently until I seek your blessings that one day that'll happen.
It is going to happen. If not this birth, it's going to be happen. Prabhupada Maharaj has given assurance 3 births, all of us will be blessed. He says, I have got key to back door to Vaikuntha.
Yes, and I keep serving them, Prabhu, making sure everybody has prasad.
We are all materially contaminated. I usually tell that, don't praise me. Because, when you praise me, Prabhu, very nice lecture. Then I say, I'm also something. You are nothing. When you see erudite scholars speaking, you should always find out how many slokas you did not know, which he knew. And how much, where is your level? Always self-diagnose and keep the mentality of learning. All right. And not that I have known that I have 40 years, I am chanting this. No, this is not the way to learn. The way to learn is to be humble. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. This is the first thing like that. I'm just telling what I should do like that. Very good. Very good.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mahatma Prabhu. Hare Bol.
Just point last sentence we that Pragab there posted on the screen. I would like to get in our WhatsApp group. Like Bhakti Sangha group, they might have it. And if you can post that one, that would be great. Because a long time I was searching that question's answer they give.
Yes.
There's one devotee. He said, my father gave me initiation.
Okay.
So then I thought I was trying to find out where is there anything mentioned that should be cut out to tell him that taking initiation from your own father is not allowed. That thing I show it to him. So please, anybody who is sharing that sentences or the paragraph, please, where it is from the Chaitanya Bhagavata, right?
Yes, Chaitanya Bhagavata, right.
Okay, so where is the verses it is from?
This is the last sloka was at text number 440, the chapter 4th of Antya Lila.
440.
440, yes, yeah. Here, Mata has put. Just take a screenshot if you can.
Oops. Okay. This is the sloka.
Yes. Tanatha Upadesh Karila Grahana. Henamata Mahagabhya Advaita Mila. In that purport, the Prabhupada writes all this. Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for the very, very beautiful class. Very nice about not having envy, and also how Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, their ultimate purport is devotion, and it is very important to keep away from, however curious we are, it is better to keep away from the Mayavad talks from the people who speak. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very, very nice.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, wonderful class. Thank you for the class. I joined a little bit late today. But I wanted to, I saw that one of the Mataji, looks like she joined from the phone. She was asking how to help my kid or something to do chanting. But it also depends on association. When little kids have good association, it helps them to encourage them for chanting. But looks like she dropped off. Thank you, Prabhu.
All right. Sudhakar Prabhu has.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Bol. Sudhakar Prabhu.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yes, I do.
Prabhuji, my question is not related to this session, but I just want to know from you. because I have this problem of memorizing the slokas, So I cannot memorize as I don't know much about spirit. So maybe if you can give some tips or guidance on that, how
Right,
to
right. How to memorize slokas. Yeah, okay. The
memorize
best thing.
means not just text memorizing, like with the understanding of this one. I'm trying
Right.
to do that one. I don't know much about Sanskrit. I tried to join Sanskrit class. It is not getting into my head, and then I just dropped it because it's. So if any other way you think or from your
Everything requires practice, constant practice. All right. What I do usually, whenever I come across any sloka and it touches my heart, oh, this is a beautiful sloka. Yeah. It immediately there and there. Even if I'm somewhere, I just write it down. All right. And I do the Sandhi Vichhed also in order to remember that. Sandhi Vichhed means there is this asadhu sadhuta dain ati nicha uchita kara. I was talking to the Mahatma Prabhu in the morning today. Ati nicha nichottakar, like that. There is sandhi there. So you cannot pronounce that sandhi very easily. So ati nicha uchita kara, like that. So that's how it makes you understand each word's meaning, all right, and the overall meaning, and then keep it in your mind that oh, that sloka also said like that. So what I'm saying is, see, the way I read Bhagavatam, I am not bragging or boasting, but I'm just telling you. Whenever I read Prabhupada Maharaj purport, all right, he is referring to so many slokas from other places in his purport, some portion of some sloka. So if it is reminds you that, wait there and there, and write it down in the margin, that sloka, find it out. There's another very good app. It could not Pocket Vedas. I don't know whether you know all that. It costs about $15. It's from UK. Pocket Vedas. All right. It has a very nice search engine. All right. You put one word, it will bring all these from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya, everywhere. Prabhupada Maharaj lectures, everywhere. Like that, it brings you that hit so that you can, and then find it out, write it down. And my Guru Maharaj used to say that write it down on an index card. On my table right now, there are so many index cards. Index card you write down in your own handwriting with Sandhi Vichhed, and then in a red pen, write down this black pen. In red pen, you write down the meaning below it. All right?
Yes.
And if possible, keep that index card in your pocket for the whole day, or as long as you become really very conversant with it. This is what I do. And
Thank you so much.
if you do this, then the slokas will go in your subconscious. You see, this is the face we have, right? This is called skull. Anatomically, this is a skull. Inside the skull, there is a brain, right? The cerebrum. And then below there is a small brain, cerebellum. And from there, spinal cord starts. All these has organic cells, right? In the cerebrospinal fluid, they are in the fluid like that. But the mind is not there. The mind is outside here. It's a small 1 foot layer all out around your head. And out of that one after that one part, it's subconscious. That subconscious is your subconscious, my subconscious, Prabhupada Maharaj's subconscious. All subconscious is homogeneous. Right? And when you force some ideas from that from conscious into subconscious, now that subconscious become mastermind. And it will keep on reminding you. When you and me study together instead of studying alone, the more we are, that mind of your mind, my mind, others' mind, they become merged and it becomes potentiated. Your mind will help me remembering sloka if we had discussed that.
Remember this technique we used to do during college days, like a
Yeah, that's
group
right.
discussion, group studies. We
Group
used
study,
to
yes, group study, yeah.
I think, yeah, okay.
That's
Thank you
right.
so much.
Yeah, that's how we can. And another app is also that memorizing slokas. There is another app also there. So take care, strive to do this. That I must master Bhagavad Gita at least 576 slokas Bhagavan Krishna spoke. And this Gaurang Darshan Prabhu has put Bhagavad Gita Ratnamala, a small booklet. All those slokas, which are beautiful, sweet slokas, Bhagavan Krishna is sharing. And ultimately it is Matta Smrutir Gnanopanam. He is there in your heart. So the more you go to him, the more he comes to us. Ye yatha mam prapadyan. Right? So this is how we should strive. Very good. I'm so blessed with your association also, Prabhu. So
No,
that's
I'm just learning. Nowadays, I'm trying to use the AI. It helps me instantly. For example, when I use the AI also nowadays. It is also helping me in to a certain extent, but
right.
it will not help me to memorize it. So that's why I asked you. So thank you so much for giving this tip. Yeah.
Memorization will come as a secondary effect. The first thing, you must like the slok. So many things we remember without effort. Why? Because it is associated with our rasa, with our liking. Somebody whom you don't like, you don't remember the name. But the one person you love, you remember the name. मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा ना कोई. So this kind of attachment we should develop. If you develop attachment for Srila Prabhupada, bas, Prabhupada Maharaj is there. He says, I am alive in my books. There is very nice murti of Prabhupada Maharaj. Always touch his feet and look at his face, and he's blessing you. Every morning I do that. His feet are also there. They are made that plate. Touch those plate, put you on your head. His dust. These is how simple things. They have got such a spiritual value. Simple gestures. So that's how we can get mercy of great souls. They are there. Prabhupada Maharaj is here. Bhagavan Krishna right now is here. Yatra gayanti madbhana tatta tisthami narada. He has promised that. He is there. We are conditioned under Rajastama so much. We cannot see Krishna namadina bhavedrayam indre. So this is how we will progress slowly, slowly. But be always humble. 13.8. Ammanitam adambhitvam. That's the first thing. Don't think that I am this, I am that. No. Very low there. This is how we should. Jagai Madhai were delivered by Nityanand Prabhu. Although I always think that I am even below Jagai Madhai because they did not do DNC, I did DNCs. Like that. But ultimately it is Bhagavan Krishna's mercy. He has can anarpit Chiram Charanam. He has come. He is more interested in taking us than we are interested in going to him. It's only by sadhu sang that we can develop the desire of going back. To see your wife, your children, then see them as spirit souls. And I am with them very temporarily. Tomorrow I have to, who knows what happens when I go out on the highways. I may not return. So that's why I take shelter of Narsi Bhagwan all the time. Om Namo Bhagavate Narsimhaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Narsimhaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Narsimhaya. Namah Tejas Tese. Drashta Karan. All these the slokas are there. Avir Bhava Vajradhanshta Karma Se Randhe Randhe Tamu Grasa Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhuista Om Srom. These were very beautiful sloka of Narsi Bhagwan. So bow down, speak this when you go out, when you sit in the car, sing these slokas. Or Narsi Bhagwan Arti even. I was in Deland sometimes a few years back with Pran Govind Prabhu. So we were going to another town for doing Nagar Sankirtan. As soon as we sat, he started singing this. So I said, this is good. Like that. So we can learn from Sadhu Sang so many things.
Yes. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you so much.
Very well, Prabhu. Okay, so, and if there is no other.
Sunil Prabhu raised his.
Sunil Prabhu, yeah, okay.
Hare
Sunil
Krishna Bhagavad
Sunil
Thank you so
Prabhu is
much for
very
this very beautiful
jignasu.
class. No, Prabhuji, no.
Very
Prabhuji,
good.
can you say a little bit about your schedule, Prabhu? Like, how do you utilize your 24 hours? Like, about yourself. Sorry, Prabhu,
Okay.
personal question, but.
I'm 72 and retired for last 6, I got when I was 64, so about 8 years. I wake up at around 2:55. That's where I set my alarm, 2:55 a.m. Right? And then by the time I'm out, it's about 10 minutes or so. First thing I do is chant these 12 names of Mahajanas. First thing, as soon as I wake up. Swayambhu Narada Sambhu Kumaro Kapilo Manu. These 12 great names, by contacting them names, we are contacting with them. And then I keep a big jar of water. First thing everybody should do is to drink a lot of water as soon as you are, because you are dehydrated your body. If Prabhupada Maharaj says first priority before bhajan is to keep health. Health should be given topmost priority. Because without health, how are you going to do Bhagavan Krishna Bhakti? So drink a lot of water. That's what I do. Right? Then I also sing Hanuman Chalisa. All this takes only 12, 13 minutes like that. Then I enter the shower. The shower, I have to speak whole Brahma Samhita sloka from 28 up to the end. So that's how I do that like that. Then other duties I do like this. And then I join the class at 4:20 a.m. This Bhagavatam class. Everyone should join that. So many erudite scholars come to that class. They're giving you the nichod of their own understanding. Who will get that katamru? So 4:20 a.m. I do that. I do it of the 5:10 up to that. And then I do Mangalarti. Mangalarti I do for about 35 minutes or so. Then a little prasadam. Then I have a class at 6 a.m. which I preach to our group here. We have a WhatsApp group, 5-10 people. Mahatma Prabhu comes, Rupal Mata comes, and others. So they like that. And then during the day, whatever other things I have to do, today I have to go take my wife for mammogram like that. So other duties, we go shopping on Wednesdays. But all the time, we think when I'm with Walmart with my wife, she's buying vegetables, this, that, and I'm opening those plastic bags for her. And where I'm doing that, I'm remembering some of the slokas of Brahma Samhita in Walmart. Okay. Like that. And then in the evening also we have an evening arti. After that, we offer food and take prasadam in the evening. There I have this some slokas which I have put like that. We ring it on the cell phone so that everybody hears. There is very nice Damodar Kastakam. So we put that like that. So, keep it like that. Don't go to YouTube and see all these other wasting kind of things. Sometimes you are tempted. What is this he's saying about? But there is very nice short clip of Vrindavan Bhajan. The devotees chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Beautiful, like that. There is a small girl, about 5-6 years. Sometimes she dances so ecstatically. All these clips are there. So, what I'm saying is like that. And then when you are going to the bed, all right, make a ritual to speak 6 Astakam. All 6 Astakam you speak, 8 slokas. And then by the time you fall asleep. But these are okay, because I'm retired, I have this all facility to do like this. But other times, I help many a time cutting vegetables in my kitchen like that. That time also I put lecture of Radha Govind Swami. Hearing lecture and cutting vegetables, this, that, like that. Folding clothes, putting clothes, laundry. All these times I hear. The good thing is the airport's there. Nobody disturbs you. You can hear. So as much as possible. Right? Okay, you have to look at the bills which have to put. You have to do, all other things that you do. But it doesn't take much time like that. So that's how I do it, Prabhu. Thank you for reminding.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, how did you mold it, Prabhu? Like, I don't think it is like happen in one day. You must have practiced, Prabhu. How do I mold myself? Like, now I am 21.
Yes.
By 50 years, I should be able to live like you, Prabhu. That's what I'm thinking. So how do I mold, Prabhu, my life? I heard from Anand Vrindavan Prabhu also. He gave schedule like you have to chant 64 rounds, you have to give for 1 hour health. That was so inspiring. I wanted to know about from you also.
Right. I forgot to tell you how I chant also. So in the morning also, morning hours, I make sure that I chant. Sometimes I chant when I'm hearing the Bhagavatam also, which is not, but I, instead of mind going to somewhere else, at least I'm hearing Krishna Katha and chanting like that. I always chant when I'm driving, not for 16 rounds. That's extra. Without Mala, I don't drive for years now. From Africa, I was like when he changed. Like, so what I'm saying is molding your life is very personal in your own way. But keep this aim that how can I remember Lord Krishna? He has stressed satatam kirtayanto, nitya yukta. All this he has said like that. So how can I do that? But if you develop that desire, then Lord Krishna is there in your heart. He is going to help you. Upadrashta Anumanta. He is going to give you sanction to do all these things and encourage you. Always know one thing. If you have taken shelter of Lord Shri Krishna, Lord Krishna is very much interested in your life. And he has shortlisted you. This is what it is, the real you and me cannot realize. But he is there very much. Very much is there. And he is mold. He will help you guide. Sometimes reverses happens in our life. When I came to United States, I passed the medical exams for licenses and everything. I could not get into the line I wanted. I practiced 20 years of gynae there in Africa. I could not get here. Meanwhile, I got a job in a research company, Merck and Medco. That's where I worked for. And there, I was hearing Bhagavatam of which Prabhu? Amal Krishna Prabhu. Amal Krishna Das. He's in LA. Is very nicely given whole Bhagavatam in such a nice way with beautiful background music, and he himself is speaking in different voices like that. I hear that. I met him a few months back at Lala Temple. So this is how it is. If you have this desire, Lord Krishna is going to help you. That's how you can do that. All right. Very nice.
Thank you. Yes,
Okay,
Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhu. And please bless all of us, Prabhu. Have a moment is Sangeet Chalo, not alone. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, Mata, if there is no one else, we can.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for nicely answering all the questions. What was the search engine you are talking about? To Sudhakar Prabhu? Search engine? Some search engine you are telling?
Search engine, okay.
What was that?
Pocket Veda is one of the apps, okay? One of the apps where you can, it costs, as I said, about $15, but it's lifetime, all right? $15 you can invest. And there it is, I have used it for so many years, it's on my phone. So whenever I remember one sloka, but I cannot remember the whole, I don't remember one word. For example, Tattenu Kampam Susamiksamano. Then I forget what was it. Then I just put Anukampa. Put in that search engine Anukampa, it will bring that slok with other hits, of course. But then you will be able to look at that slok. When you do that, all right, sometimes that happens during night. During the night, if I remember some slok and I could not, there and there, I find out that slok and make sure that I know it. This is how we should be very keen about all these things. These I learned in my medical career also. But I am now applying it for Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. So be very clear in your understanding. There should be not a doubt. All sunsets. So that is one. Another one is internetarchives.com. All right, internetarchives.com. There you will find great khajana. All these Sanskrit commentaries, these and other things, so many things. Mahabharat in Hindi. I recently did the course of Mahabharat, whole Mahabharat. Nimai Narad Muni Prabhu from Ahmedabad. He was giving that course. I did that. It just finished yesterday. So detailed Mahabharat. That Mahabharat copy is also there available, free of charge on Internet Archives. So that is another good place, search engines like that. So that's how we should do. Another one is vedabase.io. Of course, you know that, right? Vedabase.io. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that one is very nice. There is one Prabhuji in Bombay. He's a surgeon or physician. He's donating about $5,000 every year for running that. Dr. Shah or someone like that. So we should do some seva also. Dana, tapa, yagna, all this we should do. Then recently, Bhagavat Mahavidyalaya, Govardhan, they have opened a forum called Nitya Seva. Nitya Seva means you donate some money every month. How long? Indefinitely until you cancel or until you leave this body. When I started doing it from last month. I was sending some money every month like that. They sent me so many courses, self-study courses, free of charge, because you have committed to donate money like that. So do dana. Dana Gruhas must do dana. But dana you should do for Krishna consciousness. We are sending money even to TOVP every month. TOVP, they came here asking for $11,000, everyone who can donate. But they will say, okay, monthly you can pay. We're paying monthly. Whatever $100, $200, whatever you afford, you can send them every month. Make it automatic in your bank account like that. So that's what we should do. Otherwise, khali haath aaye hai, khali haath jana hai. But if you have done Krishna Seva, Neha Bikram Nasosti Pratyavara. Very good. All right.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Sunil Prabhu, you have one more question?
Okay.
Yes, Mataji. Prabhuji, just sorry for the last question.
Okay.
Like, Prabhu, I'm not able to understand what is inspiring you, Prabhu. Like, you have spent so many years in Krishna consciousness. You have know so much, Prabhu, but still you attend daily Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Bhagavat. What is inspiring you, Prabhu? Sorry, I'm just wanted to know.
I don't know what inspires me, but see, there is something known as Agnat Sukruti. Agnat Sukruti means unknowingly you might have done some Vaishnav Seva, some Jivedaya, Nam Sankirtan you have done unknowingly. This is going to inspire you like that. Right? And the root of everything is Sadhu Sang. Prahlad Maharaja Sadhu Sang, Dhruv Maharaja Sadhu Sang. All great devotees, they want sadhu sang, not this bekar sang. Bekar sang, don't do bekar sang. It will pull you into Maya. This one will take you out of Maya, like that. So do sadhu sang. Right? Sadhu sang. Another thing is, how can I become a Suddha preacher? Suddha preacher means what? Not for Pratishtha love puja. Here is Suddha Bhakti, for the benefit of others. Janmalabha param punsa ante Narayana Smriti. Also he says, etavan janma safalyam lok dehinam hi dehisu. Prane, arthe, diya, vacha. Four things. Pran means your pran. Earth means money. Diya, buddhi and vacha. Four things you can utilize for doing good to others. What good you and me can to do others? They are all prarabdha bound. But bhakti is a karma. That you can give even if it is not in his prarabdha. That's how this understanding we should keep. And at least one, I always carry one small book in my pocket wherever I go. If I find somebody, that means what? I am going everywhere for Prabhupada mission. Right? Okay, I'm going to buy for my own needs and go to mall, go to Walmart, Sam's Club, wherever. But if I meet some friend or somebody say, hello, how are you, this, that. Yeah, I say, I have a small Christmas gift for you. Recently, I flew from Hawaii to Las Vegas. So when you disembark the plane, this air hostess, and she says, okay, goodbye, have a nice day, like that. So then she was telling me, I took out my book. I said, take this Christmas gift. She said, oh, what is that? Whether she reads or not, that's not my lookup. I have done my job. Prabhupada Maharaj book I have given her. Prabhupada says, if one touches my book, he will benefit. So this is what we should do. To train this kind of mentality of doing parupakar. Bharat bhumi tale janma hai manusyar. Janma sarthak kari kar parupakar. Our life is for parupakar. The rivers do not do not flow for drinking water themselves. No, the rivers flow for others to drink water. The trees, they do not eat their own fruit. No, they are for others. So whole Prakriti is teaching us this. Paparupkar. So we should do that. But don't give dollars to somebody who is going to drink alcohol out of it. That matters. So Dan should be done properly. Like that. So that kind of thing we should understand. Okay, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And sorry, Prabhuji, for asking so many personal questions. Sorry, Prabhuji.
That's
Thank
okay.
you so much.
That's okay. Yeah, we are all here to do Bhagavan Krishna Bhakti and do Prabhupada Maharaj mission bas. Nothing is inappropriate. Everything is good. Very good.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for a beautiful class. And thank you so much for answering all the questions. We are very grateful to you. I would like to offer my obeisances to you and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Chaitanya Bhagavat ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Grace Prahladananda Prabhuji ki jai.
Thank you,
Jai
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Koti koti
Krishna
dandavat
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for your patience.
Hare
Thank you.